I going to put it? Hands up, boys. Look up, Miguel.
Guys, you have to come off there.
Jump right off here, bud. Go on your knees. You go. Yeah.
Get in there, Mr. Hab.
Guys, you get in by there. There, guys.
Good job, good job. Thank you, Steve.
Look up there, guys. Don't look at me. Look at your parents.
Aren't you the guy for the MasterCard commercial?
Oh, that's wicked.
Oh my God.
Who's won the cup the most, Mike?
Me!
Mike, who's won the cup the most? Hey?
The Habs!
Guys, everybody, Mike's got a few words to say, so hush up.
You gotta turn the volume. Don't turn the game off. Just turn the volume down. That's
Good man. That's right. Leave the game on.
They asked me to give you guys kind of a little briefing on the cup, what it's all about, all that kind of good stuff.
Awesome.
For you kids, this will be a kind of a cool history lesson compared to I don't know, a boring history lesson, but this is the real thing. If you guys ever grow up to make it to the National Hockey League, this is what you're going to play for. This is the one that you get to raise over your head. This is the real McCoy. So when you go to school on Monday and your friends are going, oh, that was not the real one, it was a replica. Even if your teacher tells you it's not the real one, your teacher is wrong, you are right. It weighs 35 pounds. It's made of 97% silver, 3% nickel. It's the oldest trophy in professional sports.
Wicked.
It's the only trophy in the world that you get your name on it. I should say only team name on it, plus your name on it. It started off in 1892, and Lord Stanley bought it for $48.67, bringing it up to a grand total in 2008, 2009 of priceless. Bill Gates doesn't have enough money for this. He has to win it like everybody else. You can put 13 teams per ring on the Stanley Cup. We've got 9 more spaces left on the bottom part of the cup. When the bottom fills up, we will move each of the rings up, taking the top ring off here, putting it in the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. It actually gets mounted on a wall and goes into a vault where you can actually go and look at it. 52 names per year are the maximum amount of names that you can put on the Stanley Cup. Now, you guys all are aware that when you do win the cup, you can bring it home. And first of all, the people of this house or whoever made this possible today, you make sure you thank them, because this is a very rare moment. We don't just show up at people's houses or people's parties. The only way that happens is when you win it. So this is a very, very rare moment.
Awesome.
So again, make sure you thank the people that host the party.
Hey, Mike.
I also want to say we owe Glenn a huge thank you as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Glenn.
Glenn is the one that I think made the donation why we're here for Hockey's Heroes.
Good job, Glenn.
We'll talk about the Heroes program and why we're actually doing this. But Glenn is the guy that made the donation, and obviously a very good donation for us to show up here today. So the only other way you usually get it in your home is when you win it. And so during the summer we're traveling all over the world. Hockey's such an international game, as I call it. It's Canada's gift to the world. And so we have guys from all over the world. So we have players from Russia, Sweden, Finland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Ukraine, Belarus. I should go on and on. But this past summer, the Detroit Red Wings, we were as far as Siberia, Russia, with Pavel Datsyuk in a place called Ekaterinburg. And Siberia is everything you could imagine. It's a very interesting place, but it was a lot of fun to be there. We were all over Sweden. And we were in Europe for 23 days. That's the longest the Cup's ever been over in Europe at one particular time. So that was pretty amazing in itself. When the players take it home, they do a lot of cool things with it. They take it around in their community. They have parades. Bad guys take it fishing, and they put it in the boat. They put their bait in the bowl. Bad guys take it on their Harleys. And we actually had a special, Scott Parker played for Colorado when he won it. Had a special harness designed on the back of his Harley and rode down into a Stanley Cup party with it. Steve Eisman took him for a ride on a Sea-Doo. We had a life jacket fastened on the Stanley Cup when he did it on Lake St. Clair. Oh yeah, safety first.
Absolutely. You want to play for the cup. You don't want to find the cup.
Yeah. what else the guys done? The Niedermeyer brothers took it on top of a mountain in Cranbrook, British Columbia, flown up by helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
That was an interesting moment because the helicopter could not land on the mountain. There was not enough room to land on the mountain. So the helicopter literally had to hover as the guy jumped out. And as I passed it to him, I said a few choice words to him. Do not. And I said, if you do, we're all moving to New Zealand because we're going to be the most hated people in the hockey community.
Hey, Mike, which player has the most names on the cup?
Montreal.
No,
Which
which
player?
individual player?
You want to take a guess?
John Beliveau,
Yes.
18 times?
17.
17?
10 is the player, 7 is management.
Awesome.
What player has the most, his name on here the most?
Henri Richard, 11.
Have we had enough of the half fan? By the way? What city are we in?
Who won it most in the 80s? Huh?
Doesn't matter.
Where is
Four provinces lost over, you know.
Continue on.
There are some spelling mistakes on the Stanley Cup. A lot of people don't realize that. The Toronto Maple Leafs is spelled wrong in 62, 63. Toronto Maple Leafs. Instead of an F.
Make beliefs.
The New York Islanders is spelled wrong. New York Elanders use an S, or left out the S. New York Elanders. Boston Bruins in 72 is spelled BQSTQN. Use Q's instead of O's. And there's a whack of players spelled wrong on the Stanley Cup. Now, in Edmonton, Peter Pocklington put his father's name on the cup. His father was not part of the organization, and they X'd it out. By the way, Peter's name's still there. By the way, it's nice to see the Battle of Alberta getting along here.
Oh, yeah. It's early yet. Wait till the cameras go away.
We've taken 2 rings off the Stanley Cup in the history of the Cup. The first ring that came off was 1927 to 1940. There's 41 to 53. When the Stanley Cup filled up, it was filled in 1991 and 92 when Pittsburgh won back-to-back Stanley Cups. We weren't sure what they were going to do, and there was a lot of discussion, make a whole new cup, would make it bigger. And Brian Trottier, who was on his 6th Stanley Cup already, said, you know what, it's the perfect weight, height, and size to lift over your head. And that's where it was determined the ring rate.
Awesome.
So,
What does it
35 pounds, and 34 1/4 inches tall. And for you young adults there, it holds 14 beers.
Hey, can we try it out tonight, Mike? No? No, it can't happen tonight. Come on!
Same thing, just like lifting it over your head, you've got to earn the right. You've got to have it.
Can we have a street hockey game then? Please?
You don't even look like that good of a player.
I skate on my ankles.
You must be an American.
I must be.
We found Elanders.
That was the bet, pretty much the general trivia facts of the Cup.
Has it been to every continent?
Has it been? No, we've actually never been south of the equator. We've been all over pretty much the entire northern hemisphere. I personally have been in every, Cup's been in every province and every territory.
What's the best province you've been in?
This house tonight.
For me or for the Cup?
Say it.
Newfoundland.
Yeah!
You're from Nova Scotia.
You're wrong.
Doofy.
Just because it's like a few provinces or a province over. I don't get excited about Quebec.
That's where the cup belongs.
I'm one of the lucky things about my job is I've gotten to travel across this great country, and there is not a bad spot in this country. I truly believe that. I've been fortunate enough. I have never been to the territories. I'm going to the Yellowknife for the first time at the end of March, and I'm very excited about that. But I truly believe there's not one bad spot or one bad person in this entire country. So that's it. Highlight of my job.
How
long have you been doing it? I've been doing it 10 years, so I've been fortunate enough to be every state. Definitely makes me appreciate being Canadian.
Where do I apply for a job?
What's that?
Where do I apply for a job?
Are you married?
I can be single. I can be single or...
I've gotten single a few times.
Yeah.
Every team won the Stanley Cup.
No, actually, more teams have not won the Stanley Cup than have won.